Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest episode of Legacy of the Rimlen, post-boss battle edition. We took a week break as one of our players was unavailable, but we're back, and a pretty good time to come back, because as I mentioned, the players have just finished a very long and very difficult boss fight, in which honestly they all did a very good job in. And we're about to deal with the aftermath of that. But before we do that, let's have them, as usual, introduce themselves and their characters. And the dice demand that we should start with Dely. Dely, could you please talk about yourself and your character? Introduce yourself.
Yeah, of course. Hello, everyone. I'm Dely, and I am playing as Muninn. They are a traveling scholar from Brightland, and currently, for a while now, they've been sort of cursed with a stone arm, so they'd like to get their arm back sometime soon, as it were.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's the most important thing, I think.
Mm-hmm. Understandably so. And thank you very much, Dely. Next, we would have Ashen. Ashen, could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yes, hello. I'm Ash and I'm playing as Illona. Illona is at the moment in debt to a very kind of like chaotic and slightly evil god-ish. So that'll be fun in the future to see what Illona has to do about that, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, I guess.
I bet.
Thank you very much, Ashen. And next, we would have Show&Tell. Show&Tell, could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yes, hi, I'm Show&Tell. I'll be playing as Anghel, who's a mute peasant boy, and he's very anxious at the moment, and he's going to carve a lot of wood.
Thank Dely for compelling a Show&Tell to do that. Just for context for our viewers, in case they don't remember from last time. Okay, thank you very much, Show&Tell. So, last time, as I mentioned, we wrapped up a very difficult boss fight against one mother of the forest, where a bunch of crazy stuff happened. We started last session with Rimlen, like almost ripping the little island you guys were on asunder before failing to do so. We also started with the little deal that Illona made that allowed her to get back into the fight, and with also a slight boost, namely 2 advantages, which I don't know if that deal was worthwhile, but we'll see. But either way, TLDR of the last session is our players won. They knocked the Mother of the Forest unconscious, meaning they get to extract terms from her pretty much, whatever they might desire. And what else? Oh yeah, just as a recap, Prince Charming is dead. Always Thirsty is still stone. The dragon is still coming. Oh, there's a bunch of children there that you guys have rescued. That, well, they're your responsibility now, I guess. Yeah, I think that's more or less it. Last session was again mostly combat. While I turn on the background music, I'd like to, as a sort of warm up, I suppose, ask all of our players. Let's go in like our usual alphabetical order, I guess. And that's all right with everybody. Like, what's going on through their mind? What are they feeling? Just as, again, a sort of warm-up, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Is it like in character alphabetical order?
Sorry that you're right for asking that. I meant player alphabetical, which is Ashen, Dely, Show&Tell. But if you guys want to change the order, that's perfectly fine.
That's
All
fine
right.
with me.
I think Illona is contemplating what to do with the Mother of the Forest, and like what terms to like agree on with her, and also like stressing a bit about the dragon, like how can we possibly like fix this. Like we managed this situation, but there's still a lot of shit, so she's kind of stressed.
Hmm. I feel that's also like a description of Ashen going into a session. Understandably so, though. Deli?
I think Muninn is understandably eager to wrap things up with the Mother of the Forest. I'm thinking Muninn's curious to see if she would be a good ally against the upcoming dragon attack, but at the same time, it's probably not a good idea to trust her considering the circumstances. But other than that, Muninn can't wait to have their arm back. They can't wait to get rid of these kids.
Get rid of.
Yeah. And yeah, apart from that, I think that's the gist of it. Also, Muninn would like to figure out what happened to their book, but that will be soon. I don't think they'll be able to look into that for a while, you know?
Understandably so. And I guess speaking of the kids, just as like a brief like snapshot of like the very last thing that we ended on last session on was I think Anghel, well, it was, because that's usually the case, who knocked the Mother of the Forest out. Amid the cheers of the kids and Illona and Muninn. That's like the snapshot of like the very last thing that happened, if that makes sense. And speaking of which, show and tell, would you care to tell us what's going on through Anghel's mind at the moment?
Yeah, okay, yeah. I think he's, like, I'm taking inspiration from this compel that I got. But he's definitely, like, I think, he, like we said, he's shutting down, so I feel like everything's kind of, starting to catch up with him. The thought that he's gonna have to replace Prince Charming probably, and just the fight and everything, and the knowledge that we also kind of caused the death of those children's parents that now we don't know what to do about.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's carving furiously.
Understandable. The kids don't understand why like you're suddenly crouching and like carving wood. They think it's bizarre, but you're their hero, so they cheer nevertheless.
Yeah, it's not registering at the moment.
I suppose first things first, and this is addressed above board to you guys, Ash and Deli, show and tell, not the characters you're playing. Since you all defeated the Mother of the Forest, like fair and square, beat the crap out of her pretty much, you get to dictate what happens to her, and this is like an above board thing. Obviously can incorporate like in character roleplay and all that, of course, but the demands you get to make of her like is something that you guys establish above board, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So may I ask what you have in mind, or of course you can discuss among yourselves. This was a group victory, so obviously it's more of a group decision, not an individual one, but yeah.
Okay. Ashen, did you want to go first? Alphabetically, like what are you? I have a few things in mind, I guess, but like, what are you thinking?
Okay. Sorry, just to say, okay, just to not not put undue pressure on Ashen. Next time I'm gonna go in random order, not alphabetical.
Okay.
I think it would be cool to like ask the Mother of the Forest like to always have the forest assist us. I don't know if that would be possible because it seems to be more like one for each forest.
Exactly. It's individual.
It like you she is the mother of this forest, as you very well said. Don't
they have like a Mother of the Forest group meeting like every Saturday or something? They just meet up.
I mean, the trouble aspect you discovered from her is the wilds are my only friends. So,
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
They're very lonely in their pursuit.
mhm.
Okay.
like, mm, this is something like known both in character and above board. The only like in positive, only interactions she has with humans is watching out that they don't unduly pollute the forest, killing them if they do, being creepy, and kidnapping children for to keep them as slaves.
Yeah.
From the regular.
Yeah, as you do.
Yeah, I was trying to think how we can possibly like ask something that will help us in the long run or in any run, but yeah, I don't really see anything that we can do.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah,
you're admitted,
long term, I'm not sure either. Like, if it was like she was the mother of every forest, then maybe. But like
yeah.
you said, it's just not the case.
mm,
Yeah,
That-
exactly.
That would be a much more difficult boss fight.
Yeah. Oh my god. But I suppose the only other thing is like, all the demands that we can make, I think, are short term, like aids or like helps. I don't know what the word is, but
This is just a suggestion. Obviously, it's not word of law or like me putting my foot down or anything. But since you mentioned aid, she would be more than willing to offer you guys like supplies, like food and such. You are running a bit low on those. As to like what Ashen said of like having the forest help you, yeah, while you're in this forest, that can happen.
Yeah. Yeah, that. And also I guess I mean like overall, like just did we talk about this? Like, I don't know. To make sure to make her promise that she won't enslave children or whatever.
You guys
something
did
like
not.
that.
You guys did not talk about this. We ended last session before we could go into your guys' demands.
yeah,
Mhm.
that is a good demand though. I will say.
I
To
feel
be
like
fair,
maybe because we did talk about whether to kill her or not, right? So
yeah,
maybe we'd like, or at least I thought about it. Like, because like I tried to think about like what risk is there for keeping her alive.
Hmm.
So anyway, yeah, I think we pretty much covered what
Yeah, I think
we want from her, right?
This is more of a, I guess, refresher. It's more of a refresher because also I genuinely don't know what you could ask of her with this information in mind. But one of the reasons you guys spared her, if I remember correctly, was because she was pretty hostile to like all the gods that were involved in the fight.
Yeah.
mm.
Or anti-gods.
It
Like sounds so spiteful.
Yeah.
She did say some very spiteful things to Acacius and Eurymedon.
Like spiteful on our part. Like, yeah, you don't like the gods. We'll keep you alive. Okay. Like petty. But
Yeah, definitely. I think, could we ask her to mess with Eurymedon a little bit, like more maybe, like just passively? Like I don't know if that would affect us at all, but like maybe as like a thing, just say like, yeah, Eurymedon, he tried to kill you, so maybe mess with him as much as you can.
can she?
I don't know.
What can she do?
I think that would be a bit like mutually exclusive with what she is as a person, because messing with Eurymedon would mean like messing with the waters, and the forest needs water.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But like getting supplies doesn't sound bad at all. I would be down for that.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
It would be whatchamacallit, more like raw products, not like stuff like stuff that either needs to be cooked or can be eaten raw. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be good to like ask for some some logs of wood to burn. That would like piss her off. But, like, yeah, by the way, these forests...
it would, but it's acceptable because you beat the crap out of her.
Yeah, exactly. So that might be good.
Yeah.
As well, just like maybe because these woods are quite big. If there is a dragon attack in the woods, as in if the boss fight starts in the woods, maybe she can, like, the demand is she can help us, but if the boss battle doesn't happen in the woods, then obviously she can't do anything, so she can just forget about it.
She can, that is one demand that you can make, although, like, wood against a fire-breathing dragon,
Fair enough.
I mean, she will hope per your demand if that's something you want to demand. It's just that don't expect much.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the demands are, obviously correct me if I'm wrong.
This is what I have written down. Again, feel free to add anything or contradict me. Supplies to not enslave children anymore, which is a pretty heavy demand, I'll add. That this forest will help you, like say if you're ever in a fight or whatever. A bit of firewood, and if the dragon comes down that in the forest, that she helps. This is what I have written down.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. She'll exploit the loophole and continue to menace the local villages, just not the children.
More orphans, let's go.
Details. Anyway, that's a problem for like future you, not for right now. It's been like almost a week since the campaign started, so in game time. So is this like the final list of demands, or is there anything else? Or like anything you'd like to amend, etc., etc.?
I
I
don't think so. The only thing, obviously, is like maybe change don't enslave kids to don't enslave kids, and also don't mess with local villages. But other than that, like I would
she would still demand at least like the right of quote unquote self-defense for the forest.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Funny enough, I was like, if anyone messes with her, fair enough, but she can't mess with other people.
Okay, how loose is that definition? Like, is people coming to chop firewood messing with her, or?
No. Like, chopping a couple of trees down, no. Maybe, like, deforesting the whole forest, like, yes. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, it's within reason.
Okay, I'm writing that down. Okay. Anything else or any amendments?
I think that's it, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I'm satisfied.
Me too.
Okay. May I ask, like, how will that look in roleplay? Like, you guys have the option. She is completely at your mercy. So, would you like her to like wake up instantly? Would you like some time to yourselves before you state these demands? Like, what happens in terms of story?
I'm fine with like telling her straight away. Like,
Yeah.
Are we like? I mean, do the characters talk about it? Like, did they also come to these agreements?
You can if you want to. Up to you guys.
Because I wonder, because Anghel is out of it at the moment, so like
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's like part of the whatever. That's
Mm,
funny though.
Mhm.
Yeah. If you wanted to be part of the negotiations, could I say like, oh, once negotiations start, Anghel would like stop whatever he's doing and like be like, okay, we gotta like, or maybe even if that's too OP, like halfway.
It is your compel. You dictate the terms.
Okay. In that case, Anghel so before negotiations start, or just as they begin, like Anghel can, if he wants, join in. If you know what I mean.
Okay. Like, I guess they start talking about it, and then he kind of overhears.
Yeah.
Maybe, and he's like, "Oh, okay, that's kind of."
Cool.
The children will just stand there, not sure what to do, because this is grown-up talk.
Yeah. I think Muninn would like stand close. Like Muninn would be standing closest out of the 3 or 4. Muninn would be the closest to the children, if you know what I mean. Like not standing next to them, but like in between them and the Mother of the Forest.
Sure.
Um,
They don't feel super comfortable approaching her anyway.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So is she knocked out at the moment?
She is, and since she is at your guys' mercy completely, you can tell me when or if she wakes up.
Okay.
Like your demands can be just, I don't know, we'll write a post-it note, put it on her face, and
We'll email her
Period?
later.
That'd be so good.
technically, yeah. It would be gamey, but I'll allow it.
Yeah. I think Muninn would say, if it's alright with everyone else, Muninn would like look to Illona and say like, we should probably wake her up.
We should do. Okay. Keep the children back. And Illona would like reach down to like tap the Mother of the Forest on the shoulder with like a really stern face.
If you want her to wake up, then yeah, she would. She slowly gets up. The stench is incredible, Illona, and she doesn't seem like combative anymore. She looks like her shoulders are slouched more than usual. She looks defeated, but still has like an upset expression, like an angry expression.
All right.
And she says nothing.
Loser.
Yeah.
Okay, how do we communicate the terms to her? I don't know.
I guess you, if you want, she can ask, "Why won't you kill me then?"
I think you're better off alive. We would like to come to a conclusion together. You aid us, and we'll let you live.
She sighs and says and mutters to herself, "Never in all my years did I." Very well. What do you want?
Muninn would say, well, first of all, you're going to leave these children alone and any children in the future. Like, you're not going to...
Then
You won't-
What? Then how am I supposed to make... Fine.
You're not to enslave any children or any adults, for that matter, like, ever again.
She cringes, like, seriously, but she eventually nods her head. By the way, I've copy-pasted the list of demands you guys made in Discord, just, like, so I keep track of it, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Muninn would go on to say, furthermore, like, you, not only are you gonna leave these, like, you know, not only are you gonna leave children alone, but you're also not to incite any violence to any villagers.
They incite violence against me. They trespass, they cut down the forest, they plant their foreign crops here.
Well, that doesn't mean that you can go out to their villages where they live and attack them what I will say is that if they ever come into the forest and like overstep their mark, then you can defend yourself, but you can't attack them first.
She is silent for a bit, but eventually gives you a nod, a slow one.
Who else wants to go? Like,
will he come back? Will he come back as he's destined to? She points at Anghel.
Will he come back as he's destined to? Does she mean like Prince Charming?
She then adds, to kill me.
I think Muninn would ask, as Show&Tell asked, if that makes sense. So the Muninn would say, like, well, why would he do that?
Because it's his destiny, I have to say. She looks at Anghel. You have the stench of a hero.
Speaking of stench.
Interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of
Interesting choice of words.
If you say that in character, Illona, she does not acknowledge it.
Well,
okay.
Muninn would probably say, like, we will try to subvert fate, and
oh, I have not laughed in quite a while.
well, we've subverted fate before, and we'll do it again.
Keep telling yourself that.
Regardless, you won't see us again, probably not for a while. But if you ever do see us in these forests, our other demand is that you help us in any way you can. If we ever get into any like trouble.
Yes, I can play the part of the humbled servant. I understand.
Good.
Okay.
And
Oh.
and speaking of servant, we will leave this forest. But before we do, we also demand that you give us supplies and firewood for the journey.
She bristles a bit, like you've touched a sore nerve when you say that, but she sighs and gives you a nod, and she lets out a series of, like, how should I say this? Looks up at the sky towards like the south-ish and lets out a series of whistles.
Cool.
Okay.
Muninn would probably put their hand on the hilt of their dagger just to be like, what are you doing?
Calling my children to deliver what you asked.
As long as that's all they're doing, and then Muninn would like let go of the hilt of their dagger.
She says nothing, I think. Just like continues glaring.
Okay, it's super funny to me that, that I kind of talked about how Anghel needs to be part of the negotiations and he doesn't do anything, but yeah. He's a wonderful boy.
I can imagine he's just nodding along, be like, yeah.
I will say, whenever Muninn is not talking, she's glaring at Anghel.
Yay.
Muninn or Illona, obviously.
Muninn would say, like, anything else, like, to Anghel and Illona? Like, any other terms we should give her before we leave? And above board, probably not, unless you have anything else.
Yeah. Just... Okay. Anghel is, like, definitely thinking about a lot of things, but he's kind of distractedly kind of shaking his head, I guess.
Well, above board, since one of the turns was help against the dragon, and obviously that sort of falls more under like general help. But do you guys plan on giving her a forewarning, or
that the dragon is coming?
That would actually be good, I think.
Yeah, it might be decent. Did you two want to tell her? I don't want to take it all up, if you know what I mean.
Sure. Illona would say, and be warned, there will be, the dragon will come. And
What?
if
Why?
we kind of disturbed fate, and now the dragon will come. And if he comes here when you're around, we will need you to help us as well, with whatever means you can.
For probably the first time you've ever interacted with her or any other murder of the forest, you see fear. You guys remember Prince Charming once showed you the decapitated head of a mother of the forest? That mother of the forest was not afraid. This one is.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh. How do we know this? How
do you know the decapitated head was not afraid?
Yeah, because it wasn't
the expression
the
was
expression?
the expression was one of anger, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Totally chilled out.
Against the prince, though, or against?
I mean,
it wasn't against the dragon. Was
it was a decapitated head.
Yeah.
Decapitated by the prince, so probably by
yeah.
No, we can't really compare. Maybe I think between the dragon and the prince. I don't know if it matters, but whatever.
Sure. But after you, I don't remember if it was Muninn or Illona who said that, but eventually she, even though she's clearly afraid, she will nod and say, I don't think there's much of a choice there anyway.
Well, we're not fools. We know the forest is made of wood and dragons breathe fire, so we'll try and keep away from the forests. But if we can't do that, then you know what to do.
Not much of a choice, but yes, very well.
All right.
I think that's it.
And per your demands, you would probably see on the southern bank of the little river that's circling the island you guys are on, you'd probably see a bunch of wolves dragging a freshly hunted deer for you guys, and another wolf is carrying a bunch of sticks for firewood. You asked for supplies in general. There's also probably a wolf that's carrying berries and forest fruits, but those are probably not very hygienic.
Yummy.
Probably give those a wash. Muninn would take what they can, what they can carry. Definitely firewood. They probably put it in their stone arm, and tuck it in there. If you know what I mean, they would use their stone arm to tuck it in or whatever to hold on to it.
You'll notice, because this is happening across the little river, you will notice that the water does not try to stop you.
That's good.
The mother of the forest would like to leave the scene and go away.
Okay.
This is an above board question. Would you allow her?
Yeah, I think.
I would also ask her to bring the wolves away after as well.
Oh.
I don't want to be left with them.
That goes without saying. You, and she stops.
We will see. Moon would say, "We'll see you soon, probably."
I hope not.
Well, we hope not too. And then Muninn would look to Anghel and Illona and plug their nose.
You people always make fun of the natural sense of the forest. To me, you all smell the worst of all.
Fair enough.
You smell of smoke and iron and She shakes her head.
You stinky boys.
Nevertheless, she would like to depart.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, and she crosses over into like the southern, like on the southern part of the river, and disappears into the woods along with the wolves. You probably will not hear like any, like basically she's going to like order the wolves to like give you guys a wide berth and all that, so you probably won't be hearing like any like sounds or like beefing like, oh, someone's following us or something like that. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think Muninn would look to everyone and say like, well, do you think we should speak to... I think it's yeah. Do you think we should speak to Acesius?
Oh, yeah.
I'm still here, you know. You hear a booming voice.
Oh, I think Muninn would jolt.
All of you do.
Yeah, Muninn would jolt
Okay.
and just be like, Acesius, we've...
Yes, the offerings you've provided are excessive. Above board, I don't know if you guys ever been in this position, but like, have you ever been in a situation where like someone you barely know is overly generous to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of like that at the moment. Though I would say your method is extremely crude. The children look like worried, like who's talking, and they like huddle together.
Oh, they also hear it?
Yeah.
Everyone hears it.
Oh wow.
Well, okay.
And the
Muninn.
in the fight, like the sun shone brighter to like blind the wolves. The sun is still shining very brightly.
Okay.
Muninn would be looking up, like not, like kind of not directly at the sun, but like looking at the light, the shining light, and say like, Acesius, can you please mend my cursed arm?
That I can do, and the offering is more than suitable, though again very, very crude. Have you people never heard of an altar before?
We had to improvise, but I mean, you make a good point.
Sounds like we're fighting. We'll think about an altar, sure.
Keep that in mind for the future.
Before you heal my arm, however, can you also heal our friend? And then Muninn would motion to Always Thirsty, who is a statue at the moment.
You hear no response for a while, and then almost a sigh. And you, like the light of the sun shines brighter on you, Muninn, for a little bit, and your arm returns to life.
Woo!
Over the course of a couple of seconds, like you can start moving it more and more, and like bits of stone fall down, revealing your arm.
Oh, brilliant! As that happens, I think Muninn would like drop everything, like the wood that they were like holding with their stone. They would like drop it as they like accidentally, and they would be like, oh, like finally I can move,
Poor choice to defend yourself with your dominant arm, but I digress. The sacrifice is more than suitable. As for your other request, to be perfectly honest, that is not in my domain.
What? But you healed my arm and it was cursed with stone, and
Yes.
is that not the same thing?
No, I'm the patron of healing, not of resurrection.
But
Oh, he's dead.
oh my god. I guess that makes sense.
But
So-
since you were overly generous, I can try to put in a good word for you with my brother, well, my uncle rather, Alexander, though The number of times he has allowed someone to return, I can count on the fingers of one hand, and I'd still have fingers.
Oh, that's interesting. Like, do we even have the possibility? Because potentially we could also do it, but for Prince Charming. Although, yeah, the odds are pretty low.
The odds are very low, like especially because I can imagine anyway, because Prince Charming's also in pieces. Although probably not impossible. What? Sorry, just above board. What did you say the name of the god was?
I will type it in our Roll20 chat. Okay.
Okay.
Agisander.
Agisander, perfect. Thank you.
It's like Alexander, like.
Yeah, close, isn't it?
Sure. Etymology is different, but sure, you can say that.
Yeah. Well, because above board, Arcesius is also... So, he's the god of healing and knowledge?
Healing, knowledge, the sun, hunting, poetry, a lot of things.
Just as I type this.
I will say, while you're thinking Deli, maybe he's a bit presumptuous, but he'll say, since I know that you're thinking of this, no, you probably won't go to him when you die, though you're on the path to do that. To have that happen to you.
Interesting. What do I need to do in order for that to happen?
What you have been doing for the past few days.
That's good to know. I was also wondering, as the god of knowledge, I've recently lost possession of a great tome of knowledge. I don't suppose you could help us with that?
Yes, stolen by a petty thief in the night. Yes, I can tell you where it is and what happened to it. That's reasonable enough.
Thank you.
The petty thief continued on the road, and do you remember the soldiers who treated your companion oh so roughly?
Illona nods her head sadly.
Oh yeah, I think Muninn. That's how Muninn would react as well. Muninn wouldn't remember initially, but then look to Illona and be like, "Oh no, yeah."
Well, they caught the thief. Let's just say you don't need to worry about the thief anymore, and they have the book.
Oh no!
I think Muninn would grasp, put a hand over their chest and as a oh, thank goodness. Thank you, Arcesius.
Always, child. Well, if you want, because you were maybe too generous, if I'm being honest, I can put in a good word for you with Agisander, but again, don't get your hopes up.
Illona would
He's a fan of sad stories, I suppose. If you appeal to his emotions, I'm sure he'll respond. Though, don't ever think of being selfish with your demand or sacrificing a human. That will not help you in any way.
Illona would kind of look up to the sun, squinting, and not directly at the sun, but kind of acknowledge.
I will say it does not feel uncomfortable for you to look at it.
Okay.
Cool.
And she would ask, is it possible that I ask you to restore my daggers?
I am the patron of knowledge, not thievery. You would have to talk to Ingenui about that. You would know him. You know him. Your companion Muninn made a deal with him.
Illona would look at her.
With the pinky, right?
Above board with the pinky, yes.
Yeah.
There are better weapons in this world, child. I would not worry too much.
Can you give me a hint on where they are?
You know where they are. You know who took them from you.
So that's two.
The soldier above board.
Yeah, that's 2 reasons to go back to them at some point. Or 3, depending on how you look at it. 2 daggers, 1 book. Okay. I think that's good to know. If that's all, Muninn would probably bow their head, like, or whatever, especially because there's, as like thanks to Akesius, I feel like they're starting to really like respect that god now, or not now, but just in general.
If he'll say, if you want to appeal to Agasander, prostrate yourselves before the earth, look down, and offer black-skinned or black-furred animals.
Okay.
No humans. Again, that's a fatal mistake that you can make.
Right.
And then nobody thought about that, but
Yeah.
I mean, if he's mentioning out of nowhere, it's probably important up aboard.
yeah. Fair enough.
Fair
Just, yeah.
Well, thank you again, Akestius.
The sunlight begins to dissipate unless above board there's anything else.
Above board, I don't think so. I'm surprised I got the information I did, like where the book was, to be honest. So I'm more than set. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe we could ask him, like, if there's anything, like, I don't know, if something that could prepare us for the dragon or something.
Oh.
The light suddenly stops dissipating and you hear Akesius' voice. I sense that there is another question among you, but it is from someone who cannot speak, so I will depart. Sorry, I'm joking. He does not say that. But
And I was like, what? Oh my god.
I'm joking. That does not happen. But again, you guys can still ask. He has not completely departed yet.
Could Anghel ask with his mind, considering it's Show&Tell's question?
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, we have done this before, I guess.
Yeah, I thought we did.
If Anghel wants to try, can I get a flashy from him, please?
Sure.
Anghel starts gesticulating, I suppose, and that grabs Akesius' attention. And he says, "Yes, child?"
Shit, I need to, like, actually think how to... Okay, I guess he just asked, what about the dragon?
In Anghel's mind?
Yep.
You hear a pause. Like, not hear a pause, like there is a pause. And then you hear, "Oh, right. Speak now."
Speak now? Oh, what?
He said, there's a pause, and then he says, "Oh, right." And then he says, "Speak now." He probably forgot that you cannot speak.
Oh, okay, so you didn't hear? Okay. What about the dragon?
What about it? Above board, everyone only hears one side of the conversation.
This was weird. Okay, I don't know. Honestly, like I guess I was thinking maybe, like I'm torn between like asking, help, or I don't know, asking for help,
like advice, maybe.
What?
Or like advice, maybe, or
yeah, or like pointers.
Yeah. It's up to you.
Okay.
Both would be good.
Okay, maybe you just ask like, do you know how we could defeat it or something? I guess. Like he
By
is the god of knowledge.
gathering all the legendary companions and undergoing the trials, I believe. Oh, you mean now?
Yeah.
I would not suggest attempting to defeat it. I would suggest either appealing to Agasander to, I suppose, circumvent its arrival, or talking to that one, and the light shines brightly on Illona, to that one's patron's daughters, though that is not something I would normally do.
Okay.
I guess Anghel is not exactly satisfied.
He probably sees your confused expression, and he lets out a sigh and says, "Oh, mortals these days. Look, that one's patron," and again the light shines brightly on Illona. Her daughters are, well, those who weave fate. Those who weave fate. Yes, you are very correct. Very good. That is good. And they are the only ones who can change fate, because they are the fates. Do you understand?
Anghel gives him a look like, okay, stop babying me.
Good. Very good.
Oh my god, before this interaction I was gonna say, well, I guess he's kind of nice, you know? He's so nice.
I mean, he does refer to all of you as children above board.
Alright, I mean, okay.
Will there be anything else, children?
Muninn would shake their head and say no.
Illona would also shake her head and like slightly bow.
Ah, at least one of you knows to be polite. Then until we meet again. And as usual, the sun's rays will begin to dissipate. At which point, I guess the kids will start screaming because they've been like holding it in all this time.
Good for them for holding it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and who's the closest to them?
I am.
Then they would swarm Muninn and ask, "What was that? Are we safe?" They like all sorts of like questions all coming at you at the same time. Yeah.
Muninn would like hold their arms up in the air, if you know what I mean, like, you know, where if you're like, you know what I mean by that, like where they would like, how would you describe that? But yeah, they would move their arms up so it's like out of the way of the kids or whatever, and they would go, like, get off, you're fine, nothing's gonna hurt you, you're safe now.
Can I get a flashy or careful from you?
Yes. Oh.
They still look very troubled and very panicked for a variety of reasons, and they huddle close to you, but like keep their distance from you as you requested, but like the distance is like, say, half a meter. You're still surrounded by children.
Yeah. I think Muninn would look to everyone else and say, like, we need to get these like children somewhere safe. Like, I don't think I can deal with them for very long.
We are headed to the camp from the caramel dudes, right?
Where? The camp where?
Like to retrieve the book and daggers and stuff, right?
Oh, like to the should we like?
The above board, the ogre and the book are in opposite directions.
Okay.
Okay.
We should probably go to the book area first, just because going to an ogre with kids and also possibly starting a dragon attack might not be great. So I that's where I would put my vote, but like,
Yeah. I'm just questioning if we'll be able to like deliver the pelts to the ogre after the dragon attack.
Yeah, because it might happen before, like because of timing and stuff. You're right, it might happen before.
Above board, because Muninn like did a quick calculation, you have between 1 and 4 hours at this point.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should separate. I'm trying to think. One carries the pelt to the ogre.
Yeah.
On the other hand, if
Which
we
would be Anghel. What?
if we face the dragon, like not being full force, all of us, would also be. It's a tough decision.
It is a tough decision.
Also, Muninn made the deal with the ogre, not Anghel, on that note.
Right.
Okay. So, just to double check, Ingenuity?
Yep.
That's the thumb deal god.
Yep, the patron of travelers, thieves, and commerce.
Okay. Okay, that's good to know.
Maybe we should just. Oh, we need to catch something first. Like I was thinking, maybe we could try to appeal to. What was the name? Alexander, or something.
It's written in our chat.
Yeah, Agasander.
Alexander?
We could try it. Yeah, we could try to appeal to him very quick. Because that way always. I don't know. Actually, I was gonna say that way. Always Thirsty could take the kids to the place, and then we wouldn't necessarily be split up. But then Always Thirsty is like a fate character, isn't he? So like, ironically, so it would be nice to have him in a fight if we do end up fighting. Should we speak to Agasander?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we need to sacrifice some dark-skinned animals or something.
Or dark furred.
I think Muninn would look around to see if there were any like leftover wolves with like dark fur.
May I get a careful from you?
Yes.
I will say the. You can probably catch hear some footsteps in the distance. Again, the Mother of the Forest ordered them to keep their distance from you.
Oh, yeah. Could I roll again to? I originally meant any dead wolves, but should I roll again?
Oh, dead wolves. There's plenty. Most of them are black furred.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay, awesome.
That's my fault. I should have specified. But in that case, I think Muninn would go around and so Muninn would say to everyone well, there are dark furred wolves everywhere. Should we skin them? To everyone else.
Can I get a clever from Muninn?
Okay.
Do we need to skin them, or do we need to just...
Yeah, that's a good point. Do we need to skin them, or should we just take the fur off?
Cassius never mentioned anything about skins or furs. It's just
just to sacrifice them. I mean, just to
But
offer them.
Also,
I'll just offer.
Muninn, per your role, these wolves are already promised to someone else.
Okay.
You already gave them to Cassius.
That's what I was worried about. Okay.
That's bad.
Because that would have been really convenient.
Yeah, right? That was also
I would say let's kill one of the wolves, but is that pushing our luck? I don't know. I don't know about that.
Above board, because this is more of a question of say, game mechanics. Because what does beating the Mother of the Forest mean? it would not provoke a response from the Mother of the Forest, but like too many strikes and, be careful.
Okay. So we could probably kill like one wolf. And we'd be fine.
Pretty much. That's
Okay.
well.
Are we? This is interesting because originally, like we always had was thirsty to worry about, but like if we're going to sacrifice one wolf, they're probably asking for one life. Are we asking for always thirsty?
Yeah. As in to resurrect always thirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. I think that's what we want to do.
Hmm.
Not to put words.
Because at this point, Anghel's more worried about himself, but okay.
Yeah. What with? Yeah, that's a good point with Prince Charming.
Mm-hmm.
Could we? Is it like a 3-strike system? We could like kill 2 wolves, and then
I will not say how many strikes. One is
Okay.
probably fine. I cannot say for more.
Okay. Well, Muninn would walk up to Prince Charming would I'm not sure. But Muninn would like so above board, are we resurrecting Prince Charming or Always Thirsty first?
I mean, we were thinking about always thirsty before, obviously, but
Yeah.
like from Anghel's point of view, he's more worried about Prince Charming.
Yeah, definitely.
But then,
Illona's more worried about always thirsty.
yeah.
I guess I'll leave it up to you two to decide. You can like Muninn would like. Anghel has like a weapon, doesn't he?
It was taken from him during the fight, but he can retrieve it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Muninn would like toss like not like really hard, but like or like lob, like where you like throw something underarm like quite gently. A dagger to like either Anghel or Illona, depending on who like they think whoever looks like they need it most, and just say like, well, this is between you two, like you can decide.
The way that came across was like, hey, you two fight to the death. That's what
Yeah.
came across to me.
Like,
No.
okay. Another request we'll have to make.
Don't fight each other to the death, guys.
I was thinking rock, paper, scissors, but
Yeah.
Yes, we can do that.
okay.
Well, so how would you guys like to decide? Like, is it a roll of the dice? Is it just like between Ashen and Show&Tell and not including the dice? It's your call, so you tell me.
We could do like we DM you what our answer is.
Oh, you DM me
Rock,
like with a rock, paper, scissors. Okay, sure.
Or we could do dice as well. Maybe more convenient.
Yeah.
DM me, that sounds fun.
Okay.
That is cool.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. Where are you?
I have it there.
Hey, damn.
Have you already DM'd?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
You
the
both
tenses.
you both throw rock.
Okay.
Okay, again then?
Yes. Sent.
Oh my god, I don't know. Okay.
You both throw rock.
Oh man.
Okay. Are we doing it again?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You both throw rock.
Oh my god.
No.
What are the odds by now? Oh, shit.
1 in 27, I think.
Okay, next round.
Okay. Okay. Yay. Okay, fine.
You both throw paper.
No.
Oh my
Should
God,
we
this
just
is mad.
realize by now we're just gonna write the same thing? This is the 4th. What the shit?
I think this is 1 in 81, if I'm doing my math right.
Are we going again?
I don't know, are we?
Yes.
Okay.
Ashen throws paper, Show&Tell throws rock.
Ah, okay.
Ah,
Always
okay.
thirsty it is.
That
Wow.
That was
That was-
intense.
That was like the Duel of the Fates or something. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I was hoping for another tie, but okay.
I went on for so, like, a lot. We share the same brain, no?
Totally. No, honestly, I was just thinking that Anghel would probably throw rock for the most part.
I'm the type in real life who always throws rock.
Yeah.
I guess we all are.
So this is what happens. It doesn't have to be like your final decision. It's just that Illona beats Anghel in a rock paper scissors contest. That's the only canon thing that happens.
So funny. Okay, though. Anghel accepts defeat, I guess.
Alright.
Okay. What happens now?
I guess Illona has the knife then? And...
Oh, that's what you're fighting about?
Wait, what?
I thought you were fighting about who like gets to resurrect their respective like. So
Yeah.
if
No,
you
were you asking because you're going to kill a wolf?
yeah, like so
I'm confused.
because Illona won. Because Illona won, she gets to kill the wolf and resurrect it always thirsty. Like,
Yeah.
is that not always okay? Cool.
I think.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
That's also what I thought.
But yeah, Illona would do that.
So, Muninn, do you hand Illona a knife, as she apparently requests?
Yes. Yeah, I'll hand my knife to Illona and just say like, well, you won, so you get to resurrect always thirsty.
And gosh, my brain today is like so off. Yes, and Illona would do just that, like find the wolf and.
Muninn was able to pinpoint a wolf earlier thanks to their careful roll. So, like, you would know where a wolf is.
Yes.
But what is your approach? Are you running up? Are you being stealthy? What are you doing?
Definitely stealthy.
Can I get a sneaky roll from you? And is Illona going alone or is she joined by anyone?
Up to the others. Do my turn. I guess I'll go alone otherwise.
Sure. Now let me roll to see if the wolf would spot you. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Sorry. Definitely not. Okay. You get the jump on it. I assume you're making a sneaky attack?
Yeah,
Okay, then can I get another sneaky from you?
me.
Yep. It's... Yep. I don't
It
think
explodes.
if Illona wants to, I guess. Yeah, it's done.
Okay. Then I would ask so kindly to revive Always Thirsty.
May I ask how you do that exactly?
So it's basically just a deity as well. Like you could just talk with it in your mind, or how does it work?
Sure, Arcesius did give you some pointers, though.
You want to tell us that story, right?
Sorry,
Okay.
what did you say, Show&Tell? I'm sorry?
To tell us that story, right? To appeal to their emotions.
That too, but he also said that you have to like address the earth, speak to the ground.
Oh, right.
So Illona would like kneel in that case and like I guess place her hands on the ground and look down as she talks. And I think he did like the Soppy story, right?
Yep.
She would like with the help of her broken face empathize that she really is in trouble right now and would love to have some help with resurrecting Always Thirsty.
Can I get a flashy from you?
Flashy, okay. Fuck.
You hear a reply coming like straight from the earth, and I think Anghel and Muninn would, and the children by extension, would also hear this, and the reply is, people have trouble all the time. Why should I help you? Why is the life of the one you seek more valuable?
Because it's his fate to be always thirsty.
And then there will be another, as is fate. Above board, if Anghel and Muninn heard this, that also means they can contribute to the conversation.
Yes. Muninn would say maybe it may be fate that there will be another Always Thirsty, but there will never be a Always Thirsty like this one.
He was the best.
Yeah.
So thirsty.
My friend here has gone through so much troubles as it is, and so many trials and tribulations through her life. She cannot, like, to bear this burden would be too much.
Can I get a either sneaky or clever from you, Muninn?
Clever. Ooh, not that good. Could I enhance that, or is that enough to like?
Yeah, you can enhance it. I will not say whether it's enough or anything.
Okay, I'll do it just in case. And I would like to use probably. Oh, I'm not sure. Actually, what would help? Do I have any? No, I don't. Advantages? I don't think I do. I'm not sure what would help. I'm thinking like distrusting and secretive, but I don't think
that would be if you were to roll sneaky, I think.
Yeah, that's fair enough too. Maybe. Oh, I'm not sure. I mean, an aspect that would play to Muninn's clever would be the high concept, but I'm not sure how that would apply.
You would have to. You're the one who has to explain it to me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure how it would apply. I'll probably leave it because I don't think I have an aspect that could help.
Sure. So you say that, Muninn, and you'll hear a reply, which probably sounds a bit out of context for Illona, but nevertheless, everyone has their sad stories. Everyone, well, most everyone, has things they would rather have done before they have lived, and while they still lived, rather, and things they regret. Why is this one so special?
I could aid you in the future if you help me with this.
What did you
More
say?
sacrifices that I would like offer to give him more sacrifices in the future. I could help him more.
Can I get a flashy from you?
Hey, yeah.
I have something else that could help as well. But
Before that, Muninn, the reply Illona gets is, how callous. But still, devotion, I suppose, should be respected and appreciated.
if it seems like is that
That is not a yes above board.
okay? Yeah.
Okay.
Moon would probably also say well, if pointing to Illona, if she becomes always thirsty, then that would mean this always thirsty, pointing to the current always thirsty, wouldn't be able to help against fate and attack to fight the dragon. And if the dragon isn't defeated, then that will be countless lost.
Can I get a careful from you, Muninn?
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
And then Muninn, just for roleplay, Muninn would say, think of the countless souls that will be lost to the breath of the dragon.
So speak those that are peddlers of death themselves.
Ooh.
There will always be lives lost, and eventually, as the fates dictate, there will always be someone who will rise up against the dragon and overcome it. Whether that is you, whether that is someone that comes after you, I suppose remains to be seen.
Mm. What else can we say?
I have no clue.
I'm not sure what else.
The only thing I will say in terms of why I'm asking you guys to roll so much is that no single roll will determine the outcome. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's the only thing I will say without spoiling too much.
Okay.
Okay. So we haven't yet really received an answer. I mean,
Yeah, that's safe to say.
okay.
Maybe I'm going to say we are takers of lives, yes, but we take lives of those that deserve it, But the lives of the people that would be taken from the dragon surely are innocent. And it would be indiscriminate, men, women, children. The dragon surely wouldn't care either way. Do you have no pity for them?
Give me a flashy. And who are you to judge whether one is innocent or not? And whether one deserves death or not?
Morality is subjective, yes, but morality isn't even a factor when considered. Morality isn't even a factor that the dragon considers. Like a fire, it will burn and take all the lives of those that come in its way.
Can I get a careful from you?
Yes.
Nice going, honestly.
Fires burn all the time.
And it takes the will of the people to put the fires out. You, above men and women, surely have the power to put this fire out before... To what's the word? To...
Extinguish it above board?
Extinguish the spark before it can develop into the fire.
And why would I? It matters little to me whether more people die or not. I am merely the caretaker of the dead. And their ruler.
But without... Muninn would say, without the living, there would be no one to respect the dead. Without the living, there would be no one to respect the dead, or respect you.
Can I get a clever from you?
Yes. Very quickly. No, don't worry.
There's a pause, and then you hear. You speak truth, but nevertheless, releasing a soul to return back to your world is not an easy demand. I'm sure my nephew has informed you of that. I sympathize with you, and I sympathize with the plight of those you seek to protect, but you would have me upturn the natural balance.
But then, wouldn't a dragon upturn the natural balance more than a simple trade of souls?
Can I get a clever from you?
Yes. Oh, not very good.
It would, but nevertheless, the gates of my domain are not so easily opened.
What? Maybe Muninn would ask, like, sorry if I'm taking this, like, I don't know. If I'm
No, you're doing great, honestly.
Then what can we offer to open the gates?
I do not know. What can you offer? I've rarely ever done that, and only in the most exceptional circumstances. I do not seek a slaughter in exchange for one single soul. So no, appeasing me with further sacrifices would show your devotion, but it would not be a trade.
How about in exchange for this soul, like referring to, I just thought about this, by the way. If you were to bring this soul back to us, and indeed, like this soul, like referring to like Prince Charming.
Above board, are you asking for two souls or?
Yes, basically.
Continue.
The soul of a dragon surely would be worth more than 2 human souls.
That is not how things work. The souls are not objects that you can place on a scale, foolish mortal. Have you no regard for the sanctity of life? Above board, you've lost a few points.
Oh no.
And it was going so well.
Yeah, someone feel free to take it away from me if you like.
I really don't know what to say.
Yeah, honestly, I'm like, why?
But then I'm just thinking. But then surely you can sympathize, like the weight of souls can't be measured, and therefore I'm just thinking how I can word this. So if the weight of the souls can't be measured, then that's similar to how morality is subjective. But if the amount of souls that will be lost to the dragon, the amount of their value is the value of their souls, can't be measured either way, but surely the amount is a lot. They basically is what Muninn is saying. If the dragon is let loose, and if the dragon is let loose because Always Thirsty and Prince Charming aren't resurrected,
can I get a proposal from you?
Yes.
You speak truth, in all honesty.
Then please help us. Don't just help us, but help the people that worship you and respect the dead. For if you don't, then there will be no dead to respect. There will be no living to respect the dead.
Can I get a clever from you?
Oh.
It's still sufficient, above board. At least momentarily. He will say, you ask for a great amount, little mortal. Well, above board amount isn't the right word. A great deal, rather.
Yeah.
And then he will continue. To let out 2 souls back is excessive. I am willing to return 1. Above board, you have gathered enough points to reach the resurrect 1 person challenge, I guess you could say.
Ooh.
Dude, thanks. That was great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was really.
Thanks.
You did very well, above board.
Thank you very much. I don't know what that was, but thank you. Can I ask above board? I don't think you can tell me, but would it be a lot of points to get 2 people? Would it just be a couple of points? If you can't tell me, because
to be completely honest, I'm debating between whether it would require double or triple the points.
Yeah,
I'm undecided. It would be a lot, but I'm not sure how much a lot. I'm still debating myself.
Okay, I think we'll stick with 1 for now. As funny as it would be to try and get him to do a 2-for-1 deal. So in that case, I think Muninn would look to Illona because she was the one to...
Illona's a bit far away, that's why this conversation is so bizarre.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, because she hunted a wolf.
Oh, sure.
How far away?
I mean, in the woods, you probably can't really see her.
Okay.
Okay. In that case, Muninn would... Muninn would know that, Illona won. So, Muninn would say, well, in that case, Agasander, can you please resurrect Always Thirsty?
Is this your request as well, mortal? Asking Illona. You're the one who made the sacrifice.
Yes.
Do not chuckle at matters of life and death, mortal. But very well. And the earth would stop rumbling. It was a very light rumble, only you could only feel it if you put your hand on it. So don't think an earthquake or anything like that. But Muninn and Anghel will definitely see, though I don't know how far away they are, if they've departed from the island or not. But always the statue of Always Thirsty, who was thrown face first into the mud, starts like the stone starts slowly disintegrating as what happened to Muninn's arm.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
I honestly thought we wouldn't succeed.
You guys did very well and came up with some very interesting
When-
arguments.
I mean, I did. Like, seriously.
I will say that if you had appealed to like sob stories and all that, that probably I would have given you more points, but it's still good
Yes.
because that's
Yeah, I was wondering if to somehow like bring in, I don't know, Angel's past or whatever. But I was too thinking about it as Deli was like doing their thing. So
Yeah. I was like, it was tough because I was like, I wanted to incorporate more sob stories too, but then I thought like, I don't know what would be relevant. Like, do you know what I mean?
yeah, I was still trying to tie everything together.
Yeah.
I mean, all's well that ends well. Just in the future, keep in mind that usually it's a group effort, not just a handful of you guys, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's
Illona, other than like Agisander saying which one do you want, I don't think you'd like necessarily get any other indicator that your request was granted, but Muninn and Anghel, you do see again the statue slowly depetrifying and ever so slowly like limbs start moving as he like tries to get himself out from the dirt. Always thirsty, that is. Yeah, and you guys let me know what happens because this will be a bit of a slow process for him.
Yeah. Muninn would like try and help him as much as they can because their arm was depetrified. I feel like they'd try and like they'd be like, oh, I've been through this, like even if it was just my arm, so I'm gonna help, you know.
He looks shaky and scared, and he looks you in the eyes, Muninn, as you like help him up, and he just says nothing. He just stares at you, like with a very horrified and startled expression. The Plains of Ash, now I'm... What happened?
You a lot has happened between now and then. You were petrified for a while, but you're here now.
He nods slowly, but still looks like horrified.
You were it might take you a while to get back on your feet, is what Moon's trying to say, but like it might take you a while to like get back on your feet, so just take it easy.
He nods slowly and like he spends quite a bit of time just like taking in his surroundings, looking around. He looks equal parts confused, equal parts scared, equal parts astonished, like a lot of emotions are going on.
Yeah. Understandable. I think Muninn would try and like help him walk and like walk to like Anghel, Illona, like showing them to like assuming that Ilona's like on her way back, that is.
Yeah.
And be like look who finally woke up.
Oh wow. Illona would like kind of rush there and try to aid him as well to like.
I think he'd be like sitting on a rock at the moment, trying to like gather his wits. If that makes sense.
Then Illona would like kneel down next to the rock.
He startles and stares at you.
How are you feeling?
I don't know. I saw you were supposed to take my place. So you're not Prince Charming.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently not.
About that.
Still, I suppose it explains how you beat me. Even without the curse, though, that is impressive. But I saw he just like shakes his head and just like stares at you, but not like through you, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I was trying to think if like I wanted maybe Anghel to to try to give him water, but I'm like
Oh, the irony.
I don't know how to do it. I'll say it will be ridiculous, but yeah. It's the only thing I could think of for him to do.
Muninn, you hear a small voice in your head, a familiar one that says, "Very eloquently done, my child."
Do I recognize the voice? Is
Yeah,
it
it is Akessis, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Muninn would like be surprised, but like very grateful. Maybe grateful's not the word. Muninn would be like, yeah, grateful that Akessis gave them praise and sort of nod and say like in their head they would say thank you, Akessis.
Perhaps there is hope for you and your lot yet.
Because time will tell.
Akessis will say nothing more above board.
Okay.
Congratulations on bringing Always Thirsty back. I think the children would stare equal parts astonished and horrified at what just happened.
Oh, bless them.
Always Thirsty like pockets himself and says, "Where's my wine?" Before, did you bother to bring like his wine jugs when you carried him?
Possibly not.
I don't think so, right?
I leave the choice up to you guys.
I mean, he was really heavy to carry. I think, I don't know. Maybe were the jugs kind of attached to his body in some way? Like, was he?
They were like strung by a rope around his neck, if that makes sense.
Oh, so there was like no reason to take them off.
Other than the weight reason, but it's up to you.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about that. But if we were like hoping that to bring him back, I don't know. Like it makes sense that we would not want to get rid of his things or something.
Yeah. If it was attached, I don't think we would go through the effort of like deattaching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not something difficult to deattach, but I understand what you're saying. So if he still has his wine jugs, I'm pausing here in case he doesn't. Again, it's your choice. But if he does, he will find it and drain one of them in like one gulp.
Yeah, okay. So there was really no need to bring no water.
After he finishes, he says, "So the curse is still here then?"
Yeah, that was kind of the point.
That's mean above board.
Let's say it out loud.
Yeah, I know. Then he would think about drinking down the other jug, then stop himself and say, "I suppose I better save it for if anything similar happens." So he like looks at all of you guys. Is what I saw true? Is the prince also dead?
Yes, unfortunately.
Then I'll return to the village and await for the next prince to come.
Well, funny you mentioned that. And then Muninn would like look to Anghel and say like
do we all know for sure that it's Anghel? Like I just felt that shiver, but I don't know if like maybe it's obvious.
You guys can roll clevers if you'd like.
Yeah.
Because I think Angel's kind of still in denial.
Muninn's thought process is, gee whiz, I sure hope Prince Charming, the real one, shows up. Illona's thinking, yeah, I hope Prince Charming shows up. I'm glad it's not me. Anghel could be it though. Like Anghel is qualified to be it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Anghel isn't telling them though. He's like, yeah, I think I am.
Fair
Although it's funny because what do? Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
I guess we just kind of played, like they didn't realize the significance of for Anghel, I guess. At that point.
Anghel is also the one, like, who, because this is a story of Anghel's people. Story. When I say story, I don't mean like something that's happened for real, but like a fairy tale. That the dragon can only be defeated by Prince Charming and all of his companions working together.
Oh man.
But maybe that's a worry for another time.
Angel's definitely worrying about, like, starting to worry about it now. Like, it's becoming realer and realer in a way. But okay. He keeps that to himself, kind of.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Always thirsty, slowly, like, gets up, still a little bit shaky, and, like, starts dusting himself. When did I fall in the mud? And says, well, I'm not sure if I should say if our time together was enjoyable. I will return to the village, as I said.
Ooh, is it so bad?
Who are they? Indicating the children, who are probably like huddling behind a tree, afraid of this suddenly depetrified individual.
They were captive. They were held captive by the mother of this forest, and we managed to set them free.
Oh, you killed the mother? Who did?
We didn't kill the mother. She's still alive, but we defeated her.
What? Why would you spare her?
Because she is, after all, she is the mother of the forest.
She kidnaps and enslaves children.
And she won't be doing that anymore. We stopped her from that.
How can you know that?
We made a very strong threat, or like deal.
Trust us, she won't.
Yeah.
Can I get a flashy?
The game mechanics.
Sure. Can I get a flashy from one of you with the other one assisting?
Isn't your flashy higher? Let me see.
You guys have the same flashy.
Oh, we have the same.
Can I assist Muninn if he rolls?
It's your guys' decision.
I can roll in that case if you'd like to assist.
Okay.
Okay.
Ouch.
Fuck.
Hogwash, absolute hogwash. My Prince Charming would never be as foolish as you lot.
Anghel looks to the side, kind of like.
What is wrong with you people? You had such a dire threat at your mercy, and you let her go? For what? A promise?
Well, we're in her forest now, and she hasn't attacked us. So if she's keeping,
of course, she's licking her wounds and ready to strike. I'd suggest leaving as soon as possible until the actual Prince Charming comes and takes care of the problem.
Above board, should we send him and the kids to the village?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was the same.
What? Send what? Him with the kids?
Yeah, it's
above board, which village? Because he's heading to the west. The children's village is in the east.
But the children's
I mean-
village is destroyed, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So,
So-
the new village then, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, not new,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
We're just gonna dump that. So.
Have a good life.
So yeah. If everyone agrees, I think Muninn would say like, well, these children are in need of a home, so if you're heading that way, can you take them with you?
Can I get a careful or flashy from you?
Yeah.
You're even unwilling to take care of a group of orphans?
That is quite bad when you put it like that.
Prince Charming would never be as vile as you. The collective you, he means.
What are we supposed to do with them? We're not their parents.
Maybe Muninn could say like, if no one else speaks, Muninn could say like, well, we're on our way to talk with an ogre, and it would be irresponsible to take them with us. And you're headed that way anyway.
Fine. Very well. I sincerely hope we don't meet again. You clearly are agents of chaos, if not evil. And he goes to the children to try to corral them to head to the village towards the west.
Nice.
Nice.
Which above board he'll probably do because I don't want to like put children in danger, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
But yeah, you guys, the three of you are left on your own for the moment. Well, obviously always firstly, and the children are still within earshot and all that while he tries to corral them. But yeah, the floor is more or less yours.
I think Muninn would maybe like Muninn would look to Illona and say like, I'm sorry I accused you of. I think we're past above board. I think we're past this point, but maybe Muninn would apologize again and say, I'm sorry I accused you of stealing the book.
Illona would say it's all good. I understand it's important to you, and I'm happy that you found out who stole it. Hopefully, we can get it soon.
At least we know. At least when we go back to find it, we'll get your daggers back.
Yeah, that would be great as well.
And then is Anghel like nearby?
Yeah.
Enough to Muninn would like put like a hand on Anghel's shoulder and be like, "Good job beating that old lady."
Angel pushes his hand off, gives him a scowl. I mean, it's not really angry. It's just
Yeah.
okay.
So,
I think he's kind of caught up because I'm kind of beating myself up over not trying to, keep on talking to the god. Honestly, it would have made sense to continue with it for Anghel. But anyway, so I think he's beating himself up over that in his head. Just
which god?
context.
Sorry, Agasander or?
Yeah.
Maybe Muninn would ask like, "What's wrong?" Because like above board, like, what would Anghel have asked the god?
No, to keep on talking, like to bring his own kind of, like to keep on the whatever, to get more points, to get him to resurrect.
Oh yeah, sure. Fair enough. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, fair enough.
The way I'm explaining it to myself is that Anghel, was he's just not comfortable talking about his past, and he was just like, yeah, he chickened out.
That's fair enough.
And now he doesn't know what he's gonna do.
That's Anghel. I'm wondering, like, could we I suppose this would be like a clever roll. Could we like ask to resurrect anyone, even if they're not nearby?
You mean generally speaking, not like right now?
Yeah. Generally speaking, like if we're like halfway across the continent, and we suddenly decided, hey, let's resurrect Prince Charming, could we do that?
Yeah, give me a clever roll.
Okay.
The yeah is in answer to yes. You can ask that question for a clever roll. Not
Right.
Did you roll a 2 or is that a previous
2.
one?
Yeah, I rolled a 2. The 1 is like a previous one.
It's hard to tell.
The one is careful.
No, I meant I wasn't sure if the 2 was from now or from earlier in the session.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
With that roll, hard to tell. I guess Sandra was never your favorite topic to read about.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
How are you? Should we get a shift on, or like is there anything else we can?
Well,
Like you maybe start thinking maybe you should like carry its pieces like back.
Yeah.
Well, I would ask either way, what direction would you be heading? Always Thirsty and the children are also they're headed for the same village where the soldiers presumably are. The ogre is in the opposite direction.
Should we start with the ogre then? Or
Maybe.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Well, you guys were deciding whether to start heading out or not, so do let me know.
Okay.
What's our situation in terms of horses, or do we have anything left?
Horses,
Because otherwise we would have to like carry the pelt and the supplies like on our back.
you either have one left or none at all. I'm thinking none at all, but I could be mistaken.
Yeah, what happened? Like we had horse, but what happened to it? Not even sure at this.
I can't remember.
Munin's horse got petrified. Illona left her horse behind.
No, yeah. So if that happened, then yes, we don't have anything.
Okay.
I think Munin's horse was the last horse we had.
Yeah. I think so.
Hmm?
In that case, we've got a lot to carry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Anghel volunteers to carry the pelts.
Muninn would also carry. Muninn would pick up the firewood that they dropped earlier, and also carry other things now that they have both their arms back, or their stone arm back.
Illona would also help carry if she can.
Yeah, between the three of you, you can probably carry the majority of the supplies. I would say you were brought a raw deer that I don't know if you're carrying whole or if you're butchering or not.
Maybe taking a piece from it, like cutting it off.
Sure. Your choice. Yeah. And you would be able to set off undisturbed by anybody per the promise you extracted from the mother of the forest. So, you head for the village where the ogre's at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, do let me know if anything happens during the travel time, because nobody will come to disturb you as I switch to that specific map in a second. Not this one. This one.
Okay. What's everyone thinking? I think Muninn would be like doing stretches with their like left arm and stuff like that, and like kind of exercising it a little bit. Could Muninn would also ask like Illona for their dagger back as well.
Oh yeah.
I nearly forgot about that.
Illona excuse herself and then give it back hastily.
Muninn would thank Illona and then like for returning the dagger, and also like kind of like play with it, if you know what I mean. Like they would like sort of swing it about and shit like that, like not too crazy, but like just with their left arm to like get it back into like to get muscle memory flowing and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't know if Muninn would be doing anything particular.
How heavy is the pelt compared to Always Thirsty as a statue?
Oh, much lighter, much lighter.
Oh, okay.
like the pelt is like a couple kilograms. The statue of Always Thirsty was the weight of a person.
Yeah. And stone.
A slightly overweight person at that.
Okay. Like I was wondering, you know. Okay. So Anghel's not like, you know, like he's doing okay with it.
Yeah. Especially, yeah. There's no comparison. It's much lighter.
Okay.
I will mention, like, a couple hours will pass in travel time because this is, yeah, pretty big scale wise. No dragon in sight.
That's reassuring.
Yeah.
Couple of hours. Okay. So we have like 2 left or something, according to the calculation anyway.
The calculation was between 1 and 4 hours.
Yeah, so between like whenever, you know, in 2 hours, after the 2 hours passed.
According to Muninn's calculations.
Okay.
And
We're still not in the it doesn't really mean anything, but yeah, okay.
You guys would be, I think, where you see your tokens on the map. Feel free to tell me which direction you head, keeping in mind that you'd have to cross a body of water.
Yeah. So we probably should look for like the shallowest part, maybe?
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah, definitely.
Like this, I mean, I don't know. From what I'm seeing here, wait.
You can hold.
Here's
hold down the left mouse button to
It's like the narrowest part, maybe. Oh, actually, maybe not.
It's narrower, but it involves a climb to get to the other side, if that makes sense.
Okay, and it's pretty far away too. Like, are we heading to the village here?
Yeah, to the village you see on the map, because that's where you told the ogre to wait for you.
Okay, so it'd be funny to go all the way there, so it doesn't matter. So I guess we should cross here or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this bit, I feel like assuming that's like riverbanks, is that what that is? Or something like that?
Which one? Could you ping at a map?
Just this bit in particular.
It looks like a little bit like maybe a hill or something.
Yeah, it's a bit of a hill. It's a bit of a climb.
Oh, okay. Okay, ignore me then. I think this, judging by the map, the closest and shallowest place to go is here.
Yeah, okay.
Or here, actually, I've just noticed by where Muninn is. Like in terms of close and shallow.
Yeah, that's true.
Should we go for that one?
I think so. I vote for it.
As in this one?
Yes.
Yeah, let's try it.
Sure. You would head towards that particular crossing point, and you would be able to cross uneventfully. Feel free to roll.
Oh, really? Oh, I was sure that your method would do something. Okay.
Feel free to roll me a clever if you want to speculate as to why.
Oh,
Muninn
he's
might-
kind of like the calm before the
Muninn-
storm.
Oh yeah, Muninn definitely knows. Muninn definitely knows because they also figured something out in the session before the last one. Or the last
Anghel doesn't
session.
even bother.
Sure. Muninn, you remember how like the earthquake stopped very suddenly, and you speculated that there's only so much power that your Medin could call upon. You can probably suspect that for the moment at least, he's out of juice, so to say.
Okay, yeah.
Nice. Hell
Okay.
yeah. Awesome. So we don't have to deal with him for a little while.
Yeah, exactly. Let's hope that continues for as long as possible. Okay, so we cross.
You'd be able to do so uneventfully. Also, feel free to like click and drag your tokens around.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, nobody will disturb you through the forest, and you won't see anybody on the road yet. So you're free to continue on to the village. You would probably see in the distance like a sizable plume of smoke still like rising from the village, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. So like all the way to the village, like.
You can if you want to. And again, unless
Okay.
there's anything else that happens like among you guys in terms of like roleplay or anything like that. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Give me a second. And as you'd approach, Greenleaf the ogre is easily visible, sitting in a bunch of rubble and snacking on something. Feel free to tell me if you want to like roll to see what he's snacking on.
Oh, hell no.
I don't want to know.
Sure. I'm just looking for the token. So, there's good old Greenleaf. And I'm putting on screen at the moment. I hope you guys will be able to see him. Yeah, how do you make your approach? Do you just like come openly? What do you do?
I think.
Yeah.
Like,
I think openly is good. Did you want to lead the way, Anghel, because you have the pelt?
because of the pelt, yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, sure.
Hmm?
So like he comes over and like kind of, waves the pelt so that it, he sees it.
Always thirsty at first when he sees a group of travelers approaching. He like,
Always thirsty?
not always thirsty. I'm an idiot. Greenleaf.
Okay. For a second I was like confused. Okay.
Greenleaf, when he sees a group of travelers approaching, like he grabs like a wood beam as a club, but then when he sees you guys, he like drops it and like runs enthusiastically towards all of you like a child.
Oh, sweet.
Hello, hello. You back? You got pelled?
Of course.
Yep.
You got pelled. Nice. Did you also take care of big man to north? Not big, mean man. Mean man to north?
Did we?
No, we didn't. I think it was either or.
It was
Right?
it was above board either or, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so he's just trying to, yeah.
Gaslight us, huh?
I can feel it. I can feel he dead. Did you do it?
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
Nope.
Should we say yes? Illona, did you want to say yes because you have the highest sneaky?
I'm just thinking if he'll bite us in the ass later if we say yes.
Mm.
Like, I don't know if, like, okay.
He'll
Like, will it give us anything if we say yes? Like,
he will say he mean and he killed ogres and mothers of forest and dragons. Nasty man,
Oh.
nasty man.
oh
my gosh.
shit. He killed himself.
By extension, we kind of did as well.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Oh.
We can say sort of.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Should we say, like, should we be honest, do you think? Like, oh, it wasn't us that killed him, it was, funny enough, it was the mother of the forest.
Yeah, maybe. Like, I don't know.
Or either. I think we would just say, like, oh, he's dead. Like, that's all you need to know.
Oh, this is best day. This is best day, and he like starts jumping, and the ground rumbles as he like makes like the ground shakes as he lands.
Oh, it's interesting if we'd like try to fight him, actually kill him. He probably, yeah, he was really strong, so yeah, maybe.
To be fair, by the time you got to Prince Charming, you already got like the other quest reward, if that makes sense. Well, quest item, not reward.
Yeah.
Okay. But is it like because we really considered going after him for a second there? I remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, would have
Because we
been
didn't know
interesting.
who it was back then, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did consider it.
Oh,
That's
this
crazy.
good day, this best day ever.
Yeah.
He extends a hand towards the person who has the pelt.
I'm thinking. God, I don't know. Like, should what was the original deal? That he wouldn't kill us if we gave him the pelt.
Pretty
I think
much.
so.
Yeah, so we can like make, because we like we're just gonna leave him like eating people, I guess.
Yeah.
Just going around and killing villages.
Should we say that you can only have this if you stop?
Yeah, I was thinking, but like, can we really?
Could we ask that? Like, are we in a
Mhm.
position to ask
Like,
that? Is that what you
Yeah, I
want?
think it will just lead us to be in battle with him. I think, honestly.
Maybe.
Can I get a clever from... I think Muninn is the only one who'd know.
From who?
Muninn, I'm sorry, if you didn't hear
Okay.
me. Okay, no further information.
Should we just give it to him?
I mean, he is really stupid. I mean, not really stupid, but kind of childish. Like,
Yeah.
trying to think we can do something about.
Do you think we should ask then? Like, so
Maybe you could do something like, it's really stupid. Something like, you know, the mean man will come back if you.
yeah, and he technically will because he's you.
Oh man.
I'll be back.
Yeah, should we say that? Though that's a good idea. I'm up for saying that. And he
Like you
could
can
always
say it
just
was like
say-
he's dying something.
Yeah.
I'll come back.
If he doesn't believe us, then that's whatever, you know.
But then does that count as sneaky? Like does that count as a lie? 'Cause-
I would take it as a lie.
Did you want to say it?
Because like only Anghel is aware that.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Could we like, Illona? If you like, did you want to say it, Illona? Not to like, or Ashen?
Yeah, because you have the. the best sneaky.
Sure, I can do that.
Could we assist Ashen or
Illona, if you can tell me how. Like, what do you do to assist?
So let's say Illona says, "Oh, if you take his pelt, oh, the pelt doesn't matter. If you can only take this pelt if you don't hurt any more people, and if you do, the big bad man will come back." Let's say Illona says that, like either Anghel or Muninn, Anghel or Muninn could like just like nod in approval, like yeah, he'll come back, you know.
Yeah, we heard him say it.
Or like a
I take it as just one assist, because nodding is...
Yeah.
I can't do anything else. Fine.
So basically, the ogre extends a hand, all smiles and all happy like towards Anghel. What happens next?
Is it gonna be an assist, like a separate assist, if Anghel like kind of doesn't give him the pelt right away?
Yeah, sure.
You know? Okay.
Oh, sure. Okay.
He frowns when Anghel hesitates.
And that would be a good time for Illona to say the lie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Give me a sneaky.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
What was the lie again?
That or like, did we specify that it was the same that came back, or like a new big bad man?
Well, also like what? Like I get the point that like Prince Charming with his dying words said, "I'll be back to kill that ogre," but like, what was the point of lying? If that makes sense.
I thought he
So he wouldn't kill. I don't know. What can he eat? Anything else? I mean, like if he stops eating humans around.
You see some slaughtered cattle nearby.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You can eat animals. I think that's better.
And to be fair, when you guys directed him to the village, the promise was you can eat cattle there, not humans. It's just that humans happen to be there.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the promise, the lie would be, "Stop eating humans, please."
Yeah. Yeah, that's the goal.
Why you say that? What, you trying to alter deal? We swore to gods. They punish if you no honor deal. Hand over pelt. But he does look a little bit frightened.
Like, can you say? Basically, we just need to convey that yes, we're giving you the pelt. It's not really. We're not going back on the deal. We're just we're just warning you.
Yeah, if you like life, then be
Yeah.
If you want to enjoy your pelts.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm gonna roll his clever. To like see like why should he promise that to you, basically. What that matter to you? You not Prince Charming. Are you?
of course not. But just sort of warning you.
It doesn't matter to us. We're just saying.
Yeah.
Just hand over pelt. I'm an ogre. I gotta survive how I can. Daddy's telling me to kill you, but you... Shut up, Daddy, I talking now.
Oh man.
When he says that, he like looks sort of up at the sky, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
it seems like he's talking to someone else.
Yeah.
Should we just hand them the pelt then?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I feel like at least we did our best.
Our
Yeah.
best, I don't know, but yeah, half-ass.
Maybe not our best, but we did some. We made
Should
some
we-
effort.
Should we try one more time, or should we just?
I would say you did manage to scare him of the possibility of Prince Charming returning. Whether
Yeah.
that's a good thing or not is debatable.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I guess we'll never see him again.
To just like make it clear that if he doesn't hit the people, then Prince Charming will come after him. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Or do you say that?
Do we?
Should we? I would probably say yes, but Illona, what do you think?
I'll go with the popular vote here, but
Okay.
yeah. So you both are for it?
Yeah. I am. Are you, Ashen? Ashen, Show&Tell? It's like, there's like 4 different names to remember. Like,
Yeah, it's a lot.
Wait, I'm not sure that I follow. What you say that we should do?
Are we gonna lie again? Or are we even lying at this point? Just saying like, well, it kind of is a lie, but kind of not. Should we reinforce the idea that yes, Prince Charming's gonna come after you if you eat more humans?
And Ashen, like you said, you don't want to?
I said I'd go with the popular vote. Doesn't really.
Oh, okay. I'm. Because, like, I'm just. I don't know. I'm really confused at this point. Like, because if Anghel is going to be Prince Charming, but, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what that means, you know?
Yeah.
Like.
I will
Fine.
say if we're unsure, then maybe we shouldn't do it, because if we're like umming and erring, maybe it might not be a good idea.
Show&Tell as to like you being unsure what being Prince Charming means. I think we can discuss that more in private, because it's something I would also like your input on as a player, because I don't want to excessively force stuff that would change your character on you. Make sense?
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay.
So we'll discuss that more in detail in between sessions, okay?
Okay. Okay. So for now, well, I guess we'll let it go for now.
Yeah.
I guess.
Because we're never gonna. I mean, as chaotic as that sounds, we're never gonna see this ogre again. So it's not really our problem.
Never say
Yeah,
never, I guess.
we're really heroes here.
Yeah.
Never say never, but sure. So, I imagine like seeing you all how everyone's like hesitating. Maybe the ogre would like try to like grab, not super forcefully, but like grab the pelt from Anghel's arms. Anghel, would you allow him?
Yeah, I guess he gives it to him.
He takes it and says, should remember never make deal with humans. Why scare me with tales of mean man? Nasty, nasty. Shut up, daddy, not killing them.
He's such a teenager.
This nice place. Thank you for telling me. Very tasty.
Oh, that stings.
Oh my god.
Shut up, daddy. He really want you dead.
Well,
Maybe it's our cue to go.
Yeah. Before we go, Muninn would say, like, are you forgetting something? And, like, hold up their, not decapitated, cut off thumb.
He blinks. Your hand too small to shake.
Is that how you seal the deal above board? Like, to shake your hands and... Oh, no, it's pinky. It was Muninn's
It was a pinky, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
But like,
He's
the ogre also?
He's assuming you want to shake his hand, not related to like.
Yeah, he didn't realize.
Okay,
Yeah, I get
okay.
that. But like, he also lost his pinky, right?
Yes. Well, Muninn would be like, no, and then like, Obviously, Muninn would hold up their pinky and not thumb, but then Muninn would like point to the ogre's cut off pinky and be like, "Are you forgetting something?"
He looks at his hand, looks back at you. Deal is done. Deal is done. Yes.
Yeah, but if the deal was when we give you the pelt, we both get our pinkies back.
He looks confused. It was? But we sacrificed pinkies to Ingenuity. They belong to him now.
Is that true?
He looks genuinely confused.
Can I roll a clever to see if that's true? Because I thought we got our pinkies back. If not, then fair enough. But...
Give me a clever, sure.
Okay.
There wasn't really any mention of getting the pinkies back. There was discussion that, maybe we will, but no assurances.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I remember you were talking about it, and I was like, not sure, but
And Ingenuity did say when you guys offered the pinkies that, basically it's a gruesome offer, but thanks, I guess.
Well, could Muninn say just generally Ingenuity, can we get our pinkies back?
You asking me?
Muninn would say, no, not you. And then, I assume met with silence, Muninn would, shake their head and be like, never mind, I guess.
He blinks like he's genuinely baffled by your behavior.
Yeah. I guess,
You hit head?
Yeah, I hit head. Should we get going? Like Muninn would say to everyone else.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
And is this perhaps a good spot to end today's session?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because of the heroic fight from last time and you guys completing the deal with the ogre, I think you guys have reached a significant milestone.
Hell
So
yeah.
we can add
Yeah, you can add a point to one of your approaches. The level 6 consequence, I know Illona has one. Does anyone else? Oh, and Muninn.
always thirsty.
Yeah, and Muninn's and always firsties. So all the level 6 consequences will go away. The level 4s too. You get pretty much a good rest. And also all the things that happen with minor milestones will happen, like how you can switch your approaches around, how you can rename an aspect that isn't your high concept, add stunts, etc. But that's stuff you can do anyway. What's special is you get a point and the level 6 consequences go away. Make sense?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Congrats.
Yay.
Congrats, everyone.
Woo!
I've been so excited for this.
Yeah. I suppose thoughts on today's episode, today's session. By the way, Dely, that wasn't just like a Cassius complimenting you. You were very eloquent during the.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Crushing
thank you.
it.
Thank you very much.
Totally.
I was a bit worried because usually, especially when I try and RP for long sentences, I data a lot and everything.
No worries.
But
No
no,
worries.
that was thank you very much.
You basically brought up a bunch of good. You did bring up a bunch of good points, and that's the most important thing. Not I guess Sanders soft spot of sob stories, but it was still sufficient. So good job on that.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it was really impressive. Honestly.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I was worried I was like hogging it, if you know what I mean. But no, yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, I was like on the opposite end. I was like not contributing at all. And I was like trying to think how I can like fit it in whatever. At the end of the day, I just didn't know what to say.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've been there though. Do you know what I mean? Most of the time.
All of you did very good during the session, generally speaking. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on all the events that happened and I suppose the tiny little plot twists, I guess?
Because the pinky plot twist, or
That too, but I don't think I'd call that a plot twist because I never hit that. I was mostly referring, I guess, to to the mean man being Prince Charming.
oh, that was cool. Yeah, that was cool.
That was really cool.
Yeah, to
That's
make the
like-
connection.
Yeah, that was like puzzle pieces. I was like, holy shit.
Like it was just interesting to think about what would have happened if we'd gone like the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah, would we have fought Prince Charming? I don't think we would have done.
Above board, if you had gone like directly there instead of chasing after the basilisk, because time passed while you were going for the basilisk. If you had instead gone straight for the quote-unquote mean man, you would have like pretty much stepped in the middle of the fight between the Mother of the Forest and Prince Charming as like a third party, if that makes sense.
Oh, before he was like trapped, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's so cool.
But then we would have had to be like, oh, like we promised the ogre to kill Prince Charming, but like he's fighting the Mother of the Forest.
You promised the death of a mean man. I guess it would depend on your definition of man, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. But like, would we have been able to convince the ogre we did what he wanted? I don't know. Anyway, I guess it's a moot point at this.
It would have been a hard sell.
On that point, regarding Muninn's clever role that I asked them to do, the clever role was remembering that like the deal you guys, Muninn made with the ogre is protected by ingenuity, so going like behind the ogre's back trying to backstab him would mean incurring ingenuity's wrath.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean to act to like we were always going to hand him the pelt.
Yeah.
It just
Altering the deal is still going against it.
Oh.
it wasn't even we weren't going to hand him the pelt if he didn't agree, like we did. It was just to give like to try something so you wouldn't like just let him, continue, I don't know, killing thoughtlessly, whatever.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, we were talking about this before the session started, like before we started recording. We were talking about like Star Wars. There's a quote that comes to mind. I'm altering the deal, pray I don't alter it any further. That's basically the way I would see you guys trying to get more stuff out of the ogre.
Yeah.
Fine.
It's probably a good thing we gave up trying.
Yes, yeah.
You never know. But still, I think I'm not here to like say you guys made the wrong choice. I was just saying, oh, this would have happened if you had done that. If that makes sense.
Yeah. That makes sense.
What else happened? Oh, I guess thoughts on the fact that Always Thirsty was actually dead, not just quote-unquote wounded.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just like conscious, being like dragged around, thrown into the mud.
Yeah.
But he was actually dead.
Being climbed up.
Yeah. Save me from the wolves.
Peed on by wolves.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad he was dead though.
Yeah.
Seems better.
Well, those would have been fun conversations, I guess.
That was surprising, but like it would make sense. Was surprising, but it made sense. Like I don't know about you guys. I was thinking like he's like, you know how in cartoons when you're encased in ice, like you're still alive but your eyes are moving.
Hmm.
Like I thought it would be like that, if you know what I mean. But with stone and not ice.
Yeah.
It was dead, and that's also like he was dead rather. That's also partly the same reason why Muninn felt increasingly uncomfortable with their left arm, because that arm was also technically dead. It's just more of a loophole, and that's why Akesis could heal it, if that makes sense.
Ah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, it makes sense, you know.
yeah, that does make sense.
All's well that ends well, though, I suppose.
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys have managed something that is again very, very unheard of like actually bringing back a dead person. And trust me that if you try that again, I'll make it more difficult.
Yeah, damn it.
Sorry, Anghel.
No, like I really feel like I let myself down, you know. I didn't try. Like I was just like, okay, sure. I don't know. We're on go.
Again, we'll talk more details about that in between sessions, Show&Tell, because I don't want to be overly intrusive with like imposing fate on your character, if that makes sense. Yeah. I would do the same thing for Ashen if like her fate as always firstly was confirmed, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Like now in retrospect, I could totally see how I could have like talked about his sister or whatever, that he needs to take care of her and nobody else can, blah 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 blah.
Understandable, but I suppose what's done is done. The outcome in the end was positive, so that's, I suppose, an opportunity for some other time. Again, I would say this is something I mentioned like before we started recording the previous session, that I'd encourage you guys to like talk among each other, like in terms of characters. Like say Muninn would ask Illona, "Hey, what's your life story?" or whatever, stuff like that.
Right, we could talk about that.
Just because coincidentally you guys are more similar than you think.
Yeah.
And that's all I'll say. Yeah. I suppose any other thoughts for this session before we go into our usual shoutouts?
Not for me.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, not for me.
Okay. Well then, congratulations again on reaching the significant milestone as well. But yeah, other than that, dear viewers, thank you once again for watching and listening to us. Let's see what these lovely people are up to. Apparently we're gonna go in reverse alphabetical order in terms of players, not characters, in terms of players. Meaning, according to the dice, that we should start with Show&Tell. Show&Tell, could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you are doing?
Yes. Hey, Show&Tell. I have a YouTube channel on which I react to anime, and another YouTube channel for non-anime reactions, more or less, and a gaming channel. So you can totally join if you'd like.
I think this is the last time I'll say it, because I think people have got it that Show&Tell's links don't all fit on screen very well, like aesthetically and all that, so you can find them in the description. But she nevertheless, like, if you go to her main channel, she has links to her other channels and all that. Also her Patreon, also her Etsy, which are all great. Check those out. Anything else, Show&Tell, before we go to the next person?
No, thanks.
Okay, thank you. And next, with the order the dice have established, we'd have Dely. Dely, could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you are doing?
Yeah, of course. Hello, everyone. I'm Dely. I'm a Goblin VTuber on Twitch.tv. If you would like to see my debut in 2 years, 3 years, 300 years' time, feel free to follow my Twitter, because that's where I'm going to post the announcement and of when it's going to happen. So yeah, hopefully it won't actually take that long.
I was actually a bit excited when you started talking about it, like, oh, is it finally happening? Is this a surprise announcement?
Yeah, that would be too good. I think in the last episode I said it would happen in early February, but at this point it might happen in mid to late February. So we shall see.
Sure. Understandable. And everyone do check Dely out. They are awesome and very, very entertaining as a streamer. And I'm looking forward genuinely to that debut. Thank you very much. Okay. And next we would have unless there's anything else, Dely, sorry.
No, that's it.
Okay. Next we would have Ashen. Ashen, could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Sure. I'm Ash, and I have an Instagram where I post some art stuff, also book bindings, and sometimes some music stuff. Depends on what I feel like. And if you're into that or want to commission some artwork, then feel free to check me out.
Awesome. I'd highly recommend. I've commissioned her in the past. Her products are genuinely very, very good, and I'm very, very happy with them.
Thank you.
Thank you as well, Ashen. And anything else? Sorry.
Nope.
Okay. And I was your Dungeon Master, Game Master, Teeironor. I do this series. It's a lot of fun. I also do another series, which is approaching at the end of its season 2. It's gonna start season 3 soon, which is interesting. Called The Ephemeral Orb. Season 2 is called The Shadow of the Silver Mane. Dely guest starred on it fairly recently, actually, on the episode a week before this one will come out, if that makes sense. So you can check that out if you all are interested. And thank you again, Dely, for agreeing to that.
It was my pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
But other than that, as usual, thank you, dear viewers, for watching and listening to us. We'll be back. If not next week, I'll let you know on my Twitter usually if we have to skip a week for whatever reason. But yeah, we will see you when we'll see you. Goodbye, everybody.